Well, hello there. It's me, NJ Sullivan, and since Solosi has gone back to work full time, a lot of these lantern vlogs are going to be me. Sorry about that. But I've been doing some new stuff, and I want to tell you guys about it. I'm just going to tell you about what I did today and why I did it the way I did it. Since writing and running Lantern has become my full-time job, writing and recording and doing all the podcast stuff and running Lantern is my full-time job. I've had a hard time kind of staying on task because I have a lot of tasks to do in any one day, and I tended to bounce around from one to the other and really not get anything accomplished. I had trouble keeping all the balls in the air. So I decided last week that I was going to make a point of getting all the balls in the air the easy way. Schedule, which is something I've never really done for myself. When I was working in a corporate position, I was scheduled pretty regularly. I had a schedule, do this, then this, then this. I had an order of operations. But now I've had to make my own. Oh, a little bit burpy, sorry about that. Now I have to make my own order of operations and figure out how to keep all this stuff getting done and not lose focus. So I went with the classic day planner style. And I know there's going to be people telling me, oh, there's a better way to do it. You should use this system, you should use that system, but I'm trying this. Everything is written down. I like to have everything on paper if I can, especially when it comes to my schedule. I don't like digital stuff when it comes to that. I have a tendency not to use it. So I last night went through and made a full week's schedule for an 8-hour day, starting at 8 a.m. and ending at 5. And I'm recording this at 4:30 because this is on my list of things to do at 4:30. I will record this, edit it, upload it, and then schedule it to go out tomorrow morning. So it's Monday for me. It's the 19th of July. You'll be seeing this Tuesday, the 20th. And we're going to go from there and see how this works. And I'm going to keep you guys updated on this process of treating this like a proper job and treating everything with the weight it deserves. So that's what I'm doing currently. But today, my day started out the way that all of my days start out. I started out with checking the numbers for the podcasts and any social media engagement stuff and the YouTube channel where you're watching this and the Patreon and all of that stuff. So that's how I started out. And then I went into working on Brimstone, and my goal for Brimstone is, my phone keeps going off, sorry. My goal for Brimstone, since I'm still plotting it, is to plot one story a day. I'm doing 10 episodes, and I had 2 plotted, and I was just having the hardest time with it. And I decided I was going to do one a day. Figure out one a day. And that's what I did. Today, I wrote 2 full pages in my notebook plotting out the 3rd story. And it was amazing how working within a time frame, I managed to get so much more done. And I got it done. It got done. And as simple as that, I got it done. I got a whole story, a plot synopsis written for an entire story in an hour. And then I moved on to picking out stories for self-storage. And my goal was find 5 that will work. Because not all the stories I'm getting from Eldritch will work in this frame with this format. He and I have been working on this for years, but he writes what he wants. So not everything will work. And he's leaving it to me to decide what will work, and we go back and forth on adaptation. And we go from there. But I managed to get that done in 15 minutes. I'd scheduled myself an hour to go over it. Now, I've got 6. I set myself a goal of 5. I got 6. And I think they're 6 very good ones. They're 6 that stood out the most to me, looking at the synopses he wrote up. And I have 20 that I can choose from. So I should be able to pull 10 out of that pretty easily, considering the quality of what he's given me. So I'm really happy I got that done. I thought that was going to take me an hour to do, and I got it done in 15 minutes. So I immediately jumped into my next task, which I had scheduled as being come up with 5 ideas for Old Bob stories, because I have a second season of Old Bob I have to produce. And that took me another 15 minutes. Once again, I'm following what Eldritch gave me and having 20 to work from, so that I can cut out half of them if they're not good. I can pick the best 10 out of that 20. And I got that done in 15 minutes. Now, how strong those will be, I don't know. I may keep some of them and toss others, but I'm going to have 20 of them to choose from, 20 ideas. That's the goal. My goal is to come up with 5 a day, and I did that. I got 5 of those today. So, by the time 11 o'clock rolled around, I didn't have anything scheduled before lunch, which was scheduled for noon. So, instead of sitting there for an hour, I jumped into the next thing, which was writing up a marketing plan for all of our stuff, because we don't have a marketing plan. We're just kind of winging it. And I have been doing some research, and I did some more research today while I was writing it up. The marketing for the kind of work we do, it's kind of hard because not a whole lot of people do the kind of work I do, and it's not like they get interviewed by marketing websites. So that was a little difficult to find that information, but I kind of took a lot of podcasting stuff and mixed it with some music stuff, and I think I got a really good general outline. I took about an hour to do that before lunch and got a good general outline of that, and I'm really happy with what I've accomplished with it today. Tomorrow is going to be another challenge. You know, things are different for tomorrow. Some things are the same every day, and some things are going to be different. I have to start creating marketing materials tomorrow, which is not going to be my favorite thing in the world to do, but it's part of the job. And so Lucia will go over those with me, and we'll decide on what's best and what direction we want to go for each thing and kind of all that sort of stuff. But that is on the list for tomorrow. Then once I did the marketing thing, I ate lunch. I spent an hour and wrote up, 6 general points for marketing that I hope we end up using. And then I had lunch. I'm just basically logging my day for you. That's got to be exciting, right? And after lunch, I went in and did some conceptualizing, some free writing, some new ideas for possible future stories, stuff to give my brain some fun after doing work. And I came up with a pretty cool one. I wrote it down, but I'm not going to tell you about it yet. But it's pretty cool. It's something different for me. I think it's going to be interesting when I get to it, but I have to get to it first. And took care of a few other sundry items that I had left over. Took a couple of hours to do that stuff. Some research, research on office stuff and things like that, and workflow stuff. And now I'm talking to you. So I had a pretty damn successful day. And I'm pretty happy with it. I'm happy with how it went. and I think you guys will be happy with the outcome, because I feel like I worked so much more efficiently and I got so much more accomplished. And I realized I have to do this because between running Lantern and producing 4 podcasts. Also, I came up with a bunch of ideas. This is one of the sundry things. A bunch of ideas for Punks in the Library episodes that hopefully we'll get to. I came up with 6 or 7 episode ideas for that. And between producing the now 4 podcasts that I produce, and doing marketing and doing the business side of things, because Celicia works full time, it's not fair to put that kind of weight on her. It was hard to keep it all straight. So I had to figure out a way, and what made me realize I had to figure out a way was when I went through and realized that I have to write 62,000 words for my 3 scripted podcasts, my 3 dramatic podcasts. And then I have to record it, and the recording itself is going to take a solid, if I work straight through, 8-hour days of recording and editing. It's going to take a solid week of 8-hour days, over a week. It's something like 48 hours of audio. So I can't do that and run the business and just do things slapdash. I had to have a system, and I think I found one, and I have to shift it a little bit when it gets to recording. But some things will drop off because I'm doing all the pre-writing and all the script writing and all of that before I start the recording. So I will have huge gaps in my daily schedule, and that's where the recording and editing will go. And I'm also scheduling ahead a lot of the marketing material output for social media and everywhere else, so that I don't have to worry about remembering to do all of those posts at certain times every day. It'll all be pre-scheduled. So yeah, I had way too much work on my plate to be as disorganized as I was, and it was jamming me. And after one day, I don't feel jammed anymore, for one thing. And for another thing, I feel like I've accomplished more today than I have in the past 3 weeks. So hopefully this will, maybe guide some of you guys. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask how I break up the time and things like that. I mean, I'm kind of a novice at this, but you're on this journey with me. So hopefully I can teach you something and we can figure this stuff out together. Hopefully you'll learn something from me, not teach you something. Hopefully you'll learn something from it, like I'm learning from it. And yeah, I'm happy with how today's gone. Tonight I'm streaming Subnautica on Twitch, on my Twitch channel. And I'm going to be doing that 2 nights a week. And that's going to be that. That's going to be fun. So that's really all I have to say. Thank you guys very much for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and all those fun things. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.